Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Seal Podcast, episode number 272 for May the 23rd, 2025. My name is Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Dave.
Hello.
And on my right by Neil.
Hello. And hopefully people can hear me from the beginning this week.
Well, maybe we'll get some feedback on that as quickly as possible.
I can see my microphone waveform.
Can you see the levels?
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw it last week as well, but I must have been tripping or something because it wasn't there.
Everyone well? We haven't really been very well, have we? The last sort of... You guys feeling better? Neil, you were the one who was really ill, weren't you? You were proper ill.
Oh, yeah.
Dave was standard illness.
Did you listen to the show then last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite ill.
That's not true.
What? I was quite ill. I was quite ill.
No, I did. I always listen. No, I did listen to catch up when I'm not there to hear what you guys were saying about me.
Yeah. Nothing bad, I don't think.
You feeling better now, Neil?
Yeah. I was a little bit still like when I yawned, my throat was still sore last week. That's not happening. So right. I think I'm actually okay now. I think.
Oh yeah, that's what it was, eh? So that an abscess you had on your throat when
I
you were
didn't
younger.
Actually. Yeah. That's what I had when I was like 19.
So you knew what you wanted to avoid.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't want that coming back. That was shit.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That was super shit. Not to recommend.
Feeling better now?
Just knackered now. I haven't been able to run though because I've got out of the. Well, when I was ill, I was just like fucked, and I haven't been out for a run since.
Yeah, I went to the gym first Monday. Went for a run, and I was absolutely aching. Like, and I only did like a brisk walk for about 40 minutes. Yeah. It's got back into it though now. So
yeah, I feel like I might have to go out.
You've got to do just do one. Just do it. Just
get
do
back
it.
on the horse.
You just got to get on with it, haven't you?
Yeah, just do a little bit first.
I think it was. I don't know. I did a little bit of work in the garden. I think on last week sometime. I can't remember when it was. I was just brutalized me. I hadn't done anything. I feel like I haven't done anything for like 6 months. It's just crazy. Just knackered. But anyway, that's us.
Old people.
Yeah, old people stuff. I use all the time now. I tell people I'm having senior moments. Do you ever tell people you're having a senior moment? I'm always having senior moments now.
I have multiple. Well, I don't know, senior moment. It's just like not interesting.
So I had to
send.
So I went outside the front of my house, and we have a drain on the road out in the front of front of my house. And I noticed there was a hole in the ground, and so it looks like a little bit of a sinkhole is developing, right? You could see down in the hole. And I was like, that's not good. If anybody drives over that and it gives in, it's going to fuck their car up, right? So I put a little cone out, and then I took some pictures, and I was like, I better call the property manager because I've turned into my dad, right?
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to be an adult. And I was using my phone, of course, and I sent the property manager. I would normally email him from my desktop, but I was using I don't email.
Look at you doing mobile technology like a youngster.
I know. I've been down the library getting lessons. Anyway, so I send an email. Take the pictures, and I'm like, okay, send the email, and I sent it, and I forgot to attach the pictures. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, they don't look so cool.
And then I went to look for the message that I'd sent, and I realized it was still in my outbox because I have set up a delay send in case I fuck shit up. Right. But then I tried to delete it, stop it, resend it, or whatever, and I ended up sending him like the same message, same email 3 times,
with no pictures. I hope.
Some sad old. Well, yeah, they finally got the pictures in one of them. I was like, dude, sorry, I had a senior moment.
I quite often at work walk around and then go, I'm doing something, obviously finishing off doing one thing, and I'm like, yeah, I was going to do something. I can't fucking remember what it was now. But that happens quite a lot
all the time. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, go on, Dave.
I was gonna say think about it. I had a bad mistake. Wednesday, I had to take a load of stuff down to Bracknell for work. And where we keep all of our stuff, it's in locked cupboards. And I took the keys with me to Bracknell. Yeah. Nice. And they rang me up. I was like halfway down the A34. Like, do you have the keys on you? I was like, no, I normally put them back. I checked my pocket. Oh shit, Yep, got
Nice.
me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll see you in a couple of hours, I guess. I was like, yeah, I guess so. Like,
I guess so. What are you gonna
Nothing
do?
urgent, is it?
I ain't turning round unless I absolutely have to. I want to get in and out of Bracknell as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like the
I was
Wild West down there, isn't it? Bracknell.
Bracknell's all right, actually.
I think it's quite posh, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just
Berkshire.
the M40 was the ball ache. on
So
the way
posh
down.
they can't call it by what it's at. The way I have to pronounce it different to how it's spelled.
It's actually Royal Berkshire.
It's Berkshire, really, isn't it? If you actually read it properly, but they can't call it that.
Oh, I don't think we should get into pronunciation. We'll be here all day.
No.
Right, let's move on to some football then.
Oh yeah. Well, it was the second from last week of the football season last week. Finished on Tuesday night.
Bad.
Oh, that's that good, is it, Dave? First time we've looked.
Yep.
Well, one of my members of my family is doing all right. He's back on top, isn't he? 25 points clear going into the final week.
20 points clear?
25 points.
Oh, is he going to get back-to-backs?
Looks like it, doesn't it? That's a big fuck up coming if he fucks it this weekend and loses that 25
that's all right.
point lead.
He's got to lock out the.
He's got to just pick out the key players and not.
It's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, there's a part of you which is just like, for God's sake, Adam's going to win it again. But then if you back the horse, you just got to just resign yourself to backing the horse, and then if we resign ourselves to backing Adam, then we can support him because we know he's keeping out the Yanks from the top.
Well, they're doing a good job of fucking everything up on their own. So there we go. They're falling from grace. Hopefully, I don't think anyone will really catch them. Like they're going to lock him down 4th and 5th place.
What do they got?
They're
Lewis
not
is
catching.
the closest.
They're not catching.
Lewis he's got 75 points off.
He's like 44 points off 3rd, so they're not moving from 4th and 5th.
No, he's
they might switch
Adam.
between the two. Yeah, exactly. They're not getting 1st, and I don't think they're getting up to 3rd. So they're 2 points between Lewis and Luciano, our top 2 Yanks. And then
our Yanks. I like how we've got ownership on them now.
Yeah. Well, you can't leave them to their own devices, can you? Look what happens when we do that. So yeah, Mr. Kinsit back into 2nd after slumping down. He's only a point ahead of Joel. He's had a good run, old Kinsit, this season. He's doing quite well. He must be doing all right overall. They're in like the top 300,000 or whatever overall, so they're doing pretty good, really.
Kinsit's at 263,000. Yeah, very good. Nice.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. So I guess Joel's quite close as well because he's only a point behind. We don't beat definitely. You went down in the league, Fraser, this week.
Yeah, Coxie and Kelly both had stormers.
Oh yeah, Tim. Oh, but no, Tim Kelly took a massive hit though. He took like 16-point hit or something.
It was still enough to put him in front of me though. So I'm not too far behind them. If I can get a decent run this week, I could maybe just pip them for 18th, I reckon.
Anything could happen this weekend because players who don't normally play will be playing. Players who you've relied on all season have been reliable all season. Probably won't even fucking play a minute of this week.
I was pissed because I took Marmouche out last week and put in Beto, and Marmouche, of course, banged in goal.
Did you like that goal? Did you watch it?
I can't remember it.
I watched it as it happened, and I was like watching it. My boy was revising with in the sort of dining area. We're in like an open plan living area, and I was just I said, "Oh, fuck off! That's absolutely ridiculous." As he shook on his skull or whatever, something like that. Where's that effect? Because just absolutely smashed it from about 30 yards out. It's one of those you love them when you see one like that. You're like, "Oh, that's a fucking beauty."
Oh, it's a peach.
It's like they don't go in. Usually they hit row Z.
Yeah, some of them go in.
And when they go in, they're like, oof.
I think I've got enough distance between myself and Dave.
Yeah, just looking at now. Yeah, so
not last. Oh, you're miles ahead of Dave. What are you talking about? It's like 70 odd points. You're not catching that. My triple captain played last week. That went to shit. Triple captain Ollie Watkins. He got an assist. Boo.
I've played my bench boost this week.
Oh, I hope you've got some benches players playing. Well, I guess you got to play it. Whatever you got left, you got to play it this week.
Yeah.
I was just like, otherwise there's no point in keeping it for week 39 because there isn't one.
No, it's not final
Are
fantasy.
you? Oh yeah, Coxie beat you in the semi-final of the cup, didn't he, Fraser? I think it's Andy versus Adam in the cup final.
Oh, nice. Well, go on, Coxie.
Yeah, Adam v Andy in the final of the cup.
Well, I am beating. I'm beating Daisy Reed in the.
Well, near enough everyone is beating Daisy Reed, Dave. So.
I'm 3 points clear.
Well, in fact, no, everyone is beating Daisy Reed in the league.
I've got my eye on that as well, Dave, because I'm sort of only. Where am I? Just before, just above you.
1 point.
You're safe in the. You're not going to finish bottom, Fraser.
We're not going to finish bottom, yeah.
None of you are going to finish bottom. No one's finishing bottom other than the average, which is what I think we talked about that last week, actually.
Yeah.
So that was confirmed last week. But yeah, no, I don't think you can even finish behind Daisy now. Even if she wins and you lose, unless she scores about 1,000 points this week, which is basically impossible, then I think you're fine.
So the average point is 1962.
Yeah.
And our league right now, as it stands, 1962. Everybody from 27th upwards.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's a good
fairly
standard.
Good standard,
yeah.
But that is only a measuring against the average. So
Well, there you go. What else are we going to use?
Yeah, Kinzit's won the head-to-head league. He did lose last week. So there's a bit of there's 4 teams on 67, 4th equal effectively. So there's a bit of movement potentially. Bragging rights up for grabs. Adam's only 8th in the head-to-head league, despite being top of the main league. So
interesting, isn't it?
Weird shit can happen.
Yeah.
All
right.
What about Spurs?
So,
should we talk about Spurs, Man United? Did you watch that game?
I mean, we can. Yeah. Well, I had an eye on it.
So
I had it on in the background. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing there that I thought, oh, I need to put my work down and go watch this properly.
No, you definitely was better off working, I think.
Yeah.
I was in the pub, but I had it on the phone in my pub. I had it in my phone in the pub, not my pub. And I was sort of watching it, but not really. I was talking to my wife nicely. I was like, because she supports Tottenham.
They didn't have it on the TV?
They didn't have TV. It's a pub.
Oh, nice.
People go to the pub just for getting pissed.
For the pub. Yeah, no, that's good. I respect that.
They have a cider festival on Black Lion. It's the busiest pub in town every day of the week. We went there Wednesday night. We just randomly decided to go. It's like because Lyd had a shit day at work. She's busy at work, and she's doing a quiz tonight as well. So she's been stressing about getting all that done. So I was like, let's go to the pub, have a drink, a couple of drinks. I had 3 pints. Just
one little drinky. What could possibly go wrong?
Some of alcohol. But we were in there. I was like, she had a couple of glasses. Well, 3 glasses of wine at the end. But it's quite busy in here, isn't it? There's a couple of old boys leching at the young barmaids, as they do. And there was a couple of couples on the table near us. And the 2 ladies came in, and I was like, fuck are they drinking? They had like slush puppy type drinks. I think it was a frozen margarita they had, fucking chilies in it. Yeah. I was like, fuck me, that's a bit fancy for a Wednesday night, isn't it? And
we should have one of those.
I was like, that sounds quite nice actually. But I stuck to my Hoo Garden with a slice of orange with a giant glass. They do that. It's like, I don't know if you have Hoo Garden. You obviously don't, Fraser, but they do it. You can have. I had a pint of Hoo Garden, but it literally looks like a 2-pint glass. It's fucking massive because the glass is super. The glass weighs fucking loads of it, being empty. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. Anyway.
They always used to get nicked, those glasses.
Yeah, I bet they did, because you could, honestly, that would hurt somebody if you threw it at them and hit them. Yeah, possible hospitalisation, that is. But yeah, they're fucking on the shots. They had about 3 rounds of shots on a Wednesday night. I was like, what the fuck are they up to?
Nice.
It was like a 32 quid round of shots for 4 of them. And they had 2 shots each in 1 round. I was like, fuck me, they're on it.
They are.
This is the sort of pub we go to.
Anyway, football.
Yeah, so I had the football on, and it was shit.
Yes.
And I'm not even sure Brennan Johnson actually scored the goal that he has been credited with. but it didn't look like he touched it at all. It went off Luke Shaw's hand, I think, into the back. That summed it up. The goal itself just summed up how shit. They honestly looked like two of the worst Premier League teams this season playing a game of football to win the right to play in the Champions League. Bizarrely, it was like it was fucking dire. But there we go. Well done, Spurs.
Well done, Spurs. Well done, Palace. Well done, Newcastle.
Two like really crap teams this year, near the bottom of the Premier League, playing for the privilege of playing for the top flight
Things go
football.
A certain way though in the next few days. There could be 10 Premier League teams in European competition next season.
Yeah.
Which is insane. That's the half the Premier League could be in European competition. So it's not all over
good.
for Man United yet. They have a chance next season.
What's Man United's chance?
Look, they have a chance next season because everyone else will be in Europe and they won't be. So they can focus on the league.
Yeah. They're done, right?
Yeah. Oh, they were literally.
All right. So all the games on Sunday.
All at 4:00 on the Sunday. I guess the deadline's at 2:30 our time.
What's tomorrow? Is it the League One?
The Championship playoff final. I don't know what time that is. It's Sunderland.
Championship playoff finals tomorrow, is it?
Sunderland,
Has the League
Sheffield
One?
United.
Have they done League One already?
No, I think that's on the bank. I think there's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know if there's actually one on the Sunday. Maybe there's two on the Monday. There's usually two on the bank. Well, there's definitely one on bank holiday Monday. It's always this weekend. But Championship on the Saturday. Can't remember who's on Sunday and Monday.
Well, it says all the games are on Sunday at 4:00.
Yeah, Premier League. Yeah. We're talking about other things now, Dave. Playoffs. Sunderland, Sheffield United. Oh, he's on Sunday, League One.
Charlton and Leighton.
Oh, yeah.
On Sunday.
And who's that? Is that League One or is that League Two? I can't fucking remember which league. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
That's League One, right?
So, yeah. Sheffield United, who were shit last year in the Premier League, could go back to the Premier League next season if they win the playoffs. Or it could be Sunderland's turn to come back and be shit next year. Who knows?
Come on, Sunderland.
Yeah, do it for the North East. The two North East teams would be good in the Premier League. Sunderland and Newcastle is quite fun.
Yeah, so the League One playoff final, Charlton Athletic versus Leighton, is before all the Premier League games.
Yeah. And it's the big one on Monday.
Kick off at 1:01.
1:01? That's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's what it says on the BBC.
Okay. They're doing a minute's silence for something or something.
Who knows?
Minute's silence for Man United.
All right.
Yeah, that's enough football. No, I can't be fucking bothered. Right. Oh, England squad got announced. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares?
Yeah, no one.
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
Well, some people do. I care a little bit. I did read it, but whatever.
I didn't read the
Okay, let's move
on.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's move on to some listener stuff then. Quaxel says, "Hi gents, last week Neil and Dave mentioned drinking London Pride beer. It has unfortunately been discontinued for a good while now, much to my disappointment."
Quaxel's in the chat, and apparently it's a minute for CPR awareness.
Apparently. Oh. Okay. All right, I don't know. I guess that's a thing.
Well, apparently it is.
Really? So London Pride's been discontinued? Because you just asked him if he was...
Literally I bought my brother a London Pride in the pub earlier, in the club. So you can get London Pride. About? I don't know. Maybe it's discontinued where he is. Can't get it where he is. I don't know where he is.
Okay, I'm not sure.
But it's definitely available locally.
London Pride was a big drink. I mean, I used to drink that a lot, you know.
In Tesco's. My Tesco's, isn't it?
Quaxel says, "May I recommend Brewdog's Black Heart? It's their version of Guinness and is very smooth."
I had a Guinness earlier. That was quite smooth. It was a draft Guinness.
I saw an advert. I was watching something that was off the... Oh, yeah, I think it was the football. Let's just say my feed seemed to be coming from England for the football that I was watching. And at halftime, there was an advert for Guinness 0%.
Yeah,
0.0 it's called, isn't it? It's one of the few things I do miss. I really do miss Guinness. Not drinking anymore.
It's not. I mean, I think technically it probably has got a small amount of alcohol in it.
I think it says 0.05.
Yeah, you'd need to drink about 100 pints to even start getting remotely feeling like you're having a drink, I think.
You'd have to drink 100 pints for the equivalent of one can of Stella.
pint, yeah.
It's like some cakes having to declare it's got alcohol in it if they use like food coloring, because that's alcohol based. That's how little it is. Yeah.
It's like Top Deck. Remember Top Deck? You must remember Top Deck, Fraser.
Shandy.
Yeah, Top Deck, and they had like lager and lime flavour soft drink. It did actually have alcohol in, but you weren't allowed to sell it to kids apparently, because I definitely remember having it.
Yeah, I remember Bash Shandy. Yeah, Bash Shandy was 0.5%. Yeah.
Right.
Quaxel says Northeast UK is in. You can't get it in bottles up there. Oh.
Northeast?
Northeast UK. Are you Sunderland?
Go on, Sunderland. Come on, Sunderland.
Sunderland, Barrow, or Newcastle? Which one? Or somebody else, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. What else is in the Northeast? I'm a bit ignorant of the Northeast generally.
I don't know.
I've only been up once.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Been up that way once. Gateshead, I guess.
I haven't done enough of the North. Actually, one thing I really would like to do is spend more time up there. I'd really love to go to Newcastle and some other places up there.
Yeah, Newcastle was a good night out. It was back when I was 19, 20.
I don't do nights out anymore, Neil. I'm talking about going to visit things.
Quaxel's Darlington, non-league. Real football.
Grassroots.
Not quite grassroots, I think that's. Grassroots is like kids, Dave.
Grassroots. It was grassroots for
that. Where are Darlington playing?
On league. In Darlington, potentially.
National League North.
Oh, the one below National League.
It's non-league, right?
You said that. Says it's non-league. God.
Yeah, I know. I'm just yeah. Okay. All right.
Except they are in a league, so why'd they call it a non-league?
I know. Thanks, Quaxel. Chipper Spice says, "Hi Neil, sent you a few items of gamer interest on Blue Sky. Did you see those?
I've posted the links to them so that you can click on them and you can read them.
Oh, I'm not going to click on those. I hope you have a good laugh and great weekend. It's our long weekend here in the States. We'll be bowling tomorrow, on Sunday, and flying kites and going on a hike on Monday. Hope you all have a fun weekend too." Thank you, Chipper.
So you're really not going to open those, are you?
I don't know. Do I need to?
You don't. Well, it depends up to you. Oh, there was one that was a bit of a thread. So,
and you talking through your
she reposted something somebody else posted on Blue Sky, and it says, "Some guy called Chris Dyer says, warning: I have recently been scammed by a company. I had been playing an online skills game thing with buses transporting people, called Bus Away. Good fun, but lots of adverts. Then I saw that for £2 I could go ad free, so I paid. ... Next tweet. However, this £2 was somehow a subscription that started debiting me £40.99 every 2 weeks.
Well, at least it wasn't £41.
I guess. Every cloud. I have now put a stop to it and claimed this fraud and theft through my bank. The company is called Buy Control and is based in Limassol, Cyprus. Seems a sophisticated setup that relies on you not checking all your transactions closely. Also seems to try and legitimise the debits by suggesting you have agreed to the subscription. Any email confirmation, if sent, would go to your junk. So watch out for these kind of thefts. I never thought it would happen to me. But it can happen to anyone.
Yeah, I do recall, I think a while back, I think there was my daughter was interested in something on the iPad or whatever it was, and it was a minimal fee to start with, but then it went into a monthly subscription or whatever, and if you didn't pay attention, you were going to get dinged.
Yeah, outrageous.
Yeah.
Seems like a sort of practice that should be cracked down upon by the App Store operators.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they try to.
Well, apparently not. This only happened a few days ago, so...
Yeah, well, I don't know.
That was one anyway. So, be aware what you're clicking on.
Be safe, folks.
Yep. Is this fucking Crime Watch, is it? That way used to sound crime.
Be alert.
Alert. Right, and then she sent another link. It says, someone just said, when it comes to fighting games, how many buttons do you prefer for the game to have? 3, 5, 4, 6? What do you like?
Well, this is basically like the golden age
like Street
of
Fighter
games,
or Mortal Kombat or Tekken.
Mega Drive, arcade, SNES, or anything else.
What? Sorry, what did you call it?
SNES.
A SNES, you mean?
A Super
We're not in
Nintendo.
America now, Dave. We call it a SNES in here, over in the UK.
a snooze. Yeah. I'm a 4-button
What
guy.
about what are you like? Left punch, right kick, right kick.
Yeah. Heavy.
That's
No.
Tekken. That's Tekken,
Hang on.
right?
No, light
No, hang
kick,
on.
hard kick,
No,
light punch,
no.
hard punch.
Light, medium, hard for punches
Well, you
and
can't
kicks.
have that in.
Then that's 6
That,
then.
you need 6 buttons for light,
Yeah.
medium, and hard.
Yeah. So
you're going...
that's what I said. 6.
No, you said
What?
4.
Did I say 4? I meant 6.
I'm sure
I had
Tekken
in
was
my-
left and right punches and left and right kicks, wasn't it? That was what the buttons were for.
For
I'm
what?
thinking
Tekken.
Street Fighter.
I don't
You're
know.
Street Fighter, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2 or 4.
Street
or
Fighter
5.
as well. Sorry, just not to try not.
I
to
don't think I've
confuse
ever
things.
played Street Fighter 1. Have you?
No one has.
No, I think Street
I think it
Fighter
was
2
like
everyone's played.
a Japanese like beat 'em up, strolling beat 'em up. It
What?
wasn't actually
Was
like
it?
the Street Fighter.
I
that we
remember
got.
Final Fight was the one I played loads of. That was I really liked Final Fight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many buttons that had.
All right.
Well, I just had one button on my Commodore 64. They did everything. You just had to point a joystick in a different direction to make it do different things. IK Plus was one of the best things, actually. That had... I'm not sure you... Yeah, it must have used a button. You only had one button. But like, I remember like pointing upright was like a high punch. It was good. IK Plus was great.
All right. Thanks, Chipper. Much appreciated. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy flying the kites and stuff.
Yes.
Just wondering, says, back in the day, a big debate raged on for quite some time regarding 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second. It was generally a console gamer versus the PC elite master race debate. Many gamers said that the human eye could not see higher than 30 frames per second, so anything higher than 30 frames per second was pointless. Did you fight the fight for either side or neither? I have an answer for this.
I do too, but it's
I feel like
a boring one.
when I only had a console and I didn't know, and when I only had 30 frames per second, that's all I had.
Right. So,
but once you played 60 frames per second, and you're like, this is not quite a lot nicer, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. The same, right? So back when I was on Game Punchers with Steve, and I think I mentioned this before, Steve was always going on about frames, and I, as a console scrub, and because I got fed up of hearing him talk about it, I was just like, well, who cares? Who cares? Who fucking cares, right? You know, that was pretty much my argument all the time. And then once I got my gaming PC and I started playing PUBG, that's when my whole world went upside down and frames became important.
When you were playing 5 frames per second on PUBG.
Yeah. Well, I think originally my PC so PUBG came out in 2017. My PC was built around about 2012, so it was right on its last legs, and I was definitely struggling at some points. But when I changed up, once I went to console, I became part of the console. The PC master race. Yeah, the frames becoming.
It depends what you're playing. Honestly,
but it's not even that. It's that once you start to see it, you're done.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
When we're playing Hunt, and I'm running at 120 FPS normally on Hunt Showdown, and then all of a sudden you hear me going, oh, for fuck's sake, it's fucking done it again. It's running at like 36, 34, 47 or whatever. It just starts jumping around I'm like, it's literally like playing a different game. It feels like you're running in treacle. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. So yes, I not so much that I fought the fight for console. It was just
You didn't know.
I would say I was uneducated.
Yeah. As are most console gamers who insist that 30 frames per second is fine. It's not. It's not fine.
That's what I was going to say. Is that these console games that are optimized and they know that the developers are developing the game in the fact that it's going to be 30 frames per second at the very most, design around that, and the games are very forgiving. If there's any, I don't know, any specifically time-based or
it's input time is the thing.
QTEs, QTEs, is that it? The quick time events and all that. That it's very forgiving because they know it's running dog shit basically on the consoles. But yeah, as soon as you start playing on PC,
It's not beating
you
PCs
realise,
nowadays, is it? Though all the well, I'll say that. A lot of console games running at high frame rates now.
When these arguments were being made, which
Yeah.
was 5-10 years ago, consoles were nowhere near that at that time. But even now, you say like even PS5 and whatever the Xbox is, can't.
Depends what they want to put the
Yeah.
focus in. If they want it to look super pretty, then they have to go to 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
But if they want,
which is okay depending on what the game is.
if they want it to,
But I mean,
it depends. Like I said, it really depends on what game. If you're playing fucking Balatro, it doesn't need to be running at 100 frames per second, does
you
it?
can run Balatro at 10 frames a second.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah, if you're playing like Call of Duty, always ran at 60 on consoles, even.
Do they run Call of Duty at 60 frames? Call of Duty 4 back in the old days?
Yeah, on the Xbox 360, that was definitely running at 60. Because they did some fucking weird shit with the resolutions and that to make it. The frame rate was king on the COD games.
Right, okay.
So they'd make adjustments elsewhere that you didn't really notice because it was just running at 60 frames per second, so it felt fine all the time. But you weren't really, and you're only looking at the center of the screen generally. So, yeah, they definitely did shit to make the frame rate was king in COD, and
hence why it became the biggest first-person shooter of them all. Really?
Well, it ran like butter, didn't it? It was great. He also says, have you seen the BBC comedy series called Fun Boys about the 3 20-something gamer friends who live in a small Irish town? If not, please give it a try. It has some unbelievable scenes in it. Well worth giving it a try.
I have not heard of that.
I've not heard of it, but
neither have I. We'll add it to the list.
Yeah, add it to the long list. Shit that I'm probably never going to watch. But thanks for the recommendation. Maybe someone will watch it who's listening. Maybe even me. Who knows? I don't really watch much telly. Although it is nearly the end of the football season, so there's a lot of things that I watch now that are football. So
I'm having a senior moment. Just wondering, that's Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Every time you say senior moment, I just imagine like wandering down the road in Unite.
That's not long before that happens, trust me.
That's what I imagine as a senior moment.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to what we've been doing. Thanks, everyone, by the way, for sending in stuff. Much appreciated. You know what? I'll start. Why not? And I'll just move straight up. Well, because we were talking about what have we seen and putting things on the list. So I have a list of stuff that I know that I want to see. One of them was this, or has piqued my interest. One of them was The Substance with Demi Moore. Now, has anyone watched this?
No.
I want to, but the missus doesn't want to.
It's £3 a month for Mubi. I've discovered that I can pay.
Oh yeah.
To watch it. Yeah.
Well, that's worth it. Okay. Well, there's not much more.
It costs more to rent it on another service than it would be to pay a month of that.
There you go. And then you can watch some other stuff.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, anyway, I was talking to my sister, and she was like, "Yeah, she went to see it at the cinema, and she said, yeah, you need to watch it, or you should watch it." So I did. I suggest anybody else watches it. It's quite the movie for sure. But there's not. But again, it's like one of those things. What was the one that we were watching
Netflix
before?
thing?
It's what's inside, right? That was the.
That's it. Yeah. That was like this. Right. Everyone, like you noped out of it, Dave. Where I was like, no, you need to watch the rest of it.
Did you never go back to it, Dave? Did you just nope out of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. Well, this one here, anyway. Again, like go in blind. Don't read up about it. Don't do anything. Just
I know quite a bit about
it
already because I've seen.
Oh, do you?
I saw. I know what the general gist is, but I don't know what happens specifically in the film. But I know the gist.
Well, my sister.
I can't.
She said about 3/4 of the way through the movie, it goes fucking batshit insane.
Yeah,
and I'm like yeah. I don't know if I agree with my sister there because I checked the timestamps when I realized things were going batshit insane. I was like, this is definitely not 3/4 of the way. It's like way earlier than 3/4 of the way through. I don't know what my sister's fucking benchmark for batshit is. But
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's really good. It was really good. It's a very impressive showing from Demi Moore. It was very. I need someone to talk to about it.
Okay.
So
you've not seen anything quite like it, I don't think probably.
I think it falls into the genre of like that. It's what's inside. It's just.
Is this really fucking happening?
Yeah, it's storytelling, which is totally unbelievable, but it just whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's
yeah.
I
saw that when it was at the cinema. I was like, I think I'd quite like to go and watch that at the cinema. But then I don't know. That was probably about 4 months ago. You know, it's the pace that things come to streaming now. It's just insane.
It was good, man. It was right up to even to the last fucking scene. I was just like, no way. No, thinking about it. Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Right, I'm gonna have to fucking I'm gonna pay the £3 tonight probably and watch it tomorrow.
It's worthy.
I did watch a film before you move on. I didn't put it in there. I did watch I watched the not at the cinema most recent Mission Impossible again with my wife. And
not at the cinema.
It's not at the cinema, so I haven't. So the one that was like the previous one,
a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, well, I don't know when it was. Yeah, did the jump?
There's so many of the Mission Impossible that I don't know.
He did the motorbike jump, and they practiced it in Leighton Buzzard Quarry.
Wow, they practiced it there.
Yeah, they did like a lot of the pre stuff for the big stunt over here because it's like the big.
It's all happening in the buzz.
Yeah. Tom Cruise was in town.
Oh yeah.
Didn't get his haircut in town, I don't think.
I was going to say, did he drop into the
Didn't go to the Black Lion. Should have done though. Maybe the cider festival wasn't on. I don't know. But yeah,
MS Rangers is sent in. MS Rangers has sent in a question, by the way, that we missed.
It must have come in after I'd updated everything.
Should I read it?
Go on then.
MS Rangers says, "Hi guys, how much FOMO do you have? Fear of missing out for anybody who doesn't know." I got a PS5
we're
day
not
one.
all fucking 52.
52? That would be nice. I got a PS5 day one. Said to myself and anyone who would listen that I'm not going to get an Xbox day one, but would wait around 6 months before purchasing. Well, you can guess what happened. That's right, got it day one. Bought a Switch day one, but is absolutely my least played console. Don't think I've done anywhere near 100 hours in total gameplay. So I knew I wasn't interested in getting the Switch 2. That would just be a waste of money, wouldn't it? Well, when Nintendo did their console reveal launch a couple of months ago, who do you think managed to grab a day one console release? Yep, you guessed it, me. Why do we do this to ourselves? Answers on a postcard to Can't Help Myself. P.S. One console I wasn't going to fall for was the PS5 Pro. Now that was pointless and too expensive for what you were getting, and partly because it had no disk drive. Well, no doubt you can guess what happened, but at least it took 4 weeks before it broke me. Found a deal with Very that gave me a 20% discount, and with selling my old PS5, the Pro ended up costing me around 250 quid. Hashtag I have a problem.
Yes, you do.
But in
at least you're not buying 8 or 9,000 or 100 or 2.5 grand graphics cards yet.
So yes, there's you have a hobby and you enjoy your hobby, and your hobby is to collect new consoles.
People pay £1,200 for a new iPhone every fucking year.
Yeah, you could be worse. Yeah, you could be an Apple fanboy and buy iMacs or iPhones. So yeah, you just like having new stuff, and that's fair enough. If you can afford it, brilliant. As long as you're not pawning,
as long as your family's not going hungry.
Yeah.
Dave is your support group here.
You got a Steam Deck?
He's our king purchaser.
You could be addicted to worse things like buying new motorbikes.
Yeah,
I would say you could. I mean, I have two takes on this. First of all, I mean, from a frugal point of view, yeah, I mean, buying is crazy, right? Of course it is. If you're spending the money on not all of it, I mean, if you're using them, fine. If you're buying a Switch and not playing it at all, like 100 hours on a Switch and it's been out for nearly 10 years or whatever, I mean, that's pretty crazy. That being said, if you look at it from the point of view of, you have a rounded collection and everything in that collection can't possibly be at the same value. Some things are going to be value higher, some things are going to be value lower. But overall, it averages out to a value for the whole collection that enables you to play whatever the fuck you want whenever you want, because you have every angle covered. So you have an excellent collection and the value of it is the value of it, right? That's
the Xbox was a big waste of money though, because you don't even need an Xbox anymore.
Your fridge is an Xbox, apparently.
Well, your PlayStation's a fucking Xbox, isn't it? Because basically everything's coming out on there now.
Yeah.
It just something else recently.
We should have a big discussion about the future at some point, because I think things are really going to change.
What you mean? Microsoft's going to do a Sega, basically?
I think they're going to do what I've been saying.
That was your prediction. That was your prediction.
My prediction for years has been third-party consoles will come and they will be licensed to run the operating systems for Xbox and Steam. And I think there was talk this week.
Except for PlayStation, I guess.
Well, PlayStation will fuck it up because they can't do anything with software. They're useless. But I think I heard rumors, and I don't know whether they were proper rumors or just people talking about it, but that Xbox, there's something going on about Xbox running on Windows clients or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was.
It runs on Windows anyway.
Oh, I think that's what it was.
It's a custom version of Windows, basically, that runs the Xbox.
Yeah, I can't remember. I have to dig
There's going to be a handheld Xbox next year. They're partnering with Asus ROG. The ROG Ally.
Confirmed?
I'm pretty much confirmed. I think that is. It's not actually official confirmed, but basically everyone's like, this is happening. So there will be a handheld Xbox. That's something else we can pre-order.
Right.
He was supposed to be trying to help with this situation, not make it worse.
Well, if you just trade in your Xbox Series and your old Switch, it will only cost you a couple of £100 anyway. So.
I understand I understand it though. I mean, I had really Switch 2 wasn't really on my radar at all.
I quite fancy a Switch 2, even though my Switch is plugged into my TV and is never fucking turned on.
I signed up for what was it, to get in the queue or to register my interest, I think they called it, right? Yeah. So I suppose at some point I'm going to get an email going, well, you're interested, so you're one of the lucky people. But god damn, it's expensive. Holy shit.
Over there,
I won't see much change out of $800. That's a lot
insane.
of money.
It doesn't seem that I'd look at the price because obviously, I don't know what's going to happen with American prices. I don't even know anyone who does. But I thought I was like, it doesn't sound that bad in pounds. Like, what was it for $420 with Mario Kart or something? I was like, that doesn't sound that bad.
It's a lot of money.
It's £100 more than the Switch 1 was, or something. It's a lot better than the Switch 1. So,
I mean, I'm just like, I'm like, well, the Switch 2 is $800. That's fucking the cost of 2 of the tires that I bought the other day. Like, it's just. So
how much is an iPhone over there? Brand new iPhone.
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea.
$2,000.
You didn't have much change out of $1,400 or $1,500. I wouldn't have thought.
Well, they're fucking like. Well,
depending.
Yeah. The Pro Max is like £1,200.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Cost of things just baffles me. But then again, I look at something that's as complicated as as futuristic as a console, and I'm like, well, they should be expensive, shouldn't they? Why are my tires, which are just fucking rubber, why are they so expensive?
Well, they protect you. They stop you dying potentially. I don't know. That's quite important.
Yeah.
No, but I know. I've thought that recently as well. It's like just like some. I was looking at a socket set, a decent one. Like talking like £150. I'm like, an iron, and it's literally like 15 pieces. It's good. It's a good one, but it's like £150. Whereas like I can, buy a coffee machine, a decent coffee machine, for half that.
Well, you could buy a decent coffee machine for a lot more than that, though, if you wanted to.
Well, you can.
Yeah, that's true.
Like over 1,000, over 1,000.
But you expect that £150 socket set. It's going to last, right? It's going to be one of those sockets.
To me.
Yeah, but
£150 for like proper good stainless steel, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but it's literally just cast, and then there might be a bit of a mechanicism in the socket wrench
I've got a
itself.
socket set. Well, it wasn't very expensive. And you know the little, what's the torque wrench thing? Fucking shit, isn't it? Busted like within about a week. I was like, well, I fucking feel like I should have, had I paid more money, I'd be more inclined to complain about this and actually get my money back. But
I
because it
thought
was
you were just
fuck all
talking
money.
about. Well, I thought Dave was just talking about bits, like the sockets themselves. So you got a
Well, yeah, there is a wrench one as well. There's
a wrench in there as well. Yeah. No, I mean, you get what you pay for, right? You know, there's different types of, the cheap Chinese shit steel that comes out. That was coming out. Not so, but I mean, I'm sure it still does. But certainly when I was going around to manufacturers like 15 years ago, like as soon as I was trying to tout some stuff from China, right? We knew the quality was fine, everything was great, but as soon as you mention China to people, they're just like, no fucking way. We don't want anything to do with it. The stuff we've seen from China coming bad metals, pinholes in some of the pipes and all that sort of stuff. You can have cheap shit versions of everything, right? So
well, they do good stuff over there as well.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying they don't at all. But I'm saying just you get what you pay for, right? You want to go buy a
even
socket
from
set
China.
off,
you could pay a bit more from China and you get better stuff.
You want to go buy a 10 pounds socket set off Temu and then put it up against Dave's 50 quid socket set. We'll see who's standing at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a problem, Mark. And you've given me a problem now because you showed me your, and it's passed on as well. So Mark was the originator of the light show in his living room or whatever. That got me thinking that I could do it. Yeah, I know. Neil's working on it too.
I've got lights now.
Have they arrived? Oh yeah, you said they arrived.
Yeah, I said they'd arrived. I haven't shown you a video. They've got 3 lasers, strobes, UV lights, the fucking full works.
Nice. Yeah, I need a UV light.
Still need to order my smoke machine. I need to work out what I want.
Have you got it out for use yet?
My lasers.
You should try and pick up a smoke machine second hand and just go on.
They're not that expensive.
Yeah, but you still got to get the juice, haven't you?
Yeah, but
so if you buy it second hand, you probably get juice off someone too.
All right.
I don't want to deal with the randos.
I don't like people coming around my house, scummy people.
You don't have to. No, you don't have to.
Or going around scummy people's houses.
Wow. Okay.
Even worse.
All right. Okay, let's carry on with what we've been doing. So I actually let's finish. I went away at the weekend, which was nice. So I rented I would like to say it was a cottage, but it wasn't even that. It's a shack, like literally like an 8x10 shack, on some guy's farm, a couple of hours north from me. And yeah, it was all right. I just drove up there, put the dog, threw some camping stuff in the back, threw the dog in the back, and drove up there.
Just you, wasn't it?
Just me and the dog. Yeah.
Just me and my dog.
Yeah, we got up there, got to the field, which was just been plowed actually, so it was super muddy. You would have loved the Range Rover of this. Yeah, you would have loved the douchiness of it, because I got a text message from him. He goes, "It's really muddy. So when you arrive, wait for me, and then I'll drive you to the site." And I was like, "I've got a Range Rover. I'll be okay. Thank you very much." Fucking nearly got stuck, but I didn't get stuck. I was all right. But I did
made a right mess of everything on the way there.
No, it was all right. I got a chance though. I put it into the mud modes, because it's got all these settings, right? So it was mud and ruts. I put it in, and then you have to put it into like a low gearing,
4-wheel drive, low drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to low. What do you call it? I don't know. Response on the fucking throttle, so you don't like floor it and it goes mental.
Yeah, you can't anyway. So you set it to low, and then it's like it goes down to like half a gear.
Doesn't let you fucking rev.
Yeah. I think
you rev it. Turns it into a tractor, basically.
Yeah. It sits. I think it locks the diff as well, and so.
I don't have a lock diff. That's an option.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Okay.
No, that's an option. I don't have that. But it certainly does gear it right down, so you're whatever. But also, what's interesting is on the display comes up. It tells you which way your tires are pointing. So in case you have no idea, which I thought was pretty cool.
If you're upside down, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I better straighten it out.
So that was pretty neat. And then, so we got there.
It's nice to see someone with a Range Rover actually get it to use it in a fucking muddy,
I actually went
four-wheel drive environment.
I went
rather than picking their kids up from school.
So this guy has his 100 acres he had, right? And so I drove, and I couldn't see. He said there was a road to the bunkie, and I couldn't see it. And I drove to the end of the field.
You just made a road.
I still couldn't find it. And then I could see him coming up, and he's just like, he comes up and he goes, "You all right?" And I said, "Hey, how are you?" or whatever like that. So he goes, "Yeah, it's over there. You haven't seen, you've come too far," or whatever like that. I said, "That's okay. This is the first time this thing's ever seen mud, so we're all right. We're all good." Anyway, I got in there, started pissing down. As soon as I got in there, it was fucking freezing cold. I've never been so cold as I don't think ever at night. It was damp, cold.
Didn't you even have like
worth every
like
penny?
A heater, like a
no heater, no.
Oh,
but it was just like Friday was hot, right? Friday was t-shirt weather, and then Saturday it was not t-shirt weather. It was cold and damp. But you know what? I had a dog on the bed. It did dry out a little bit in the evenings, and it was fine. And I couldn't have been happier. Honestly, it didn't
You're
matter
like a
that it was
pig in
raining
shit.
or whatever. Yeah, I was just fine. And then I got some respite. Oh yeah, so check this out. So Saturday I was like, please don't rain on Saturday like that. If it does, so what? I'll just sit around and get through it and whatever and be cozy, and like it was just time to mellow out, right? It was fine. It was all good. But the rain was a bit of a ball ache if you can't step outside. But it didn't rain on Saturday. I was able to get a fire going. I had that running all day. The guy gave me unlimited firewood, so I was fucking burning
Awesome.
masses. Fucking swathes of rainforest have gone now, thanks to me. But when I was talking to him, he goes, "Oh yeah." So anyway, I'm driving up to the property down this country road or whatever, and I think I passed it, and I go, and there's a big house on my left with a huge outdoor pond, right? And I mean massive, like you could easily just go on there with a boat or whatever. Like it's that big. And I was like, "Oh, that's probably," and I was like,
pond, but more like a mini lake.
More like private mini lake, yeah. And I was like, that is probably the most impressive pond stroke lake I've ever seen outside of someone's house, which is quite common out here. If you go into the country, people have big ponds and stuff,
Right.
you know. Anyway, I'm talking to him, and he goes, he mentioned that he goes, "Yeah, we got the pond over there. You can go around." And I just went, "Oh yeah, any fish in it?" He goes, "Yeah, I stock it with trout. You got your fishing rod?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, you're more than welcome to go fish it." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Out of nowhere, I had a private trout lake to fish.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so I went down there on the Saturday, caught a nice, beautiful trout out of it.
You're allowed to keep them and eat them.
No, because it's private, and he's, obviously he's got a guy
asked.
managing it and stocking it. I could have asked, yeah, but what am I going to do? I'm not going to gut it. I've got no running water at my camp. There's no fucking way I'm going to start gutting fish. It's not going to happen. I've made that mistake before, where you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat what I caught," and then it's such a massive ball ache. It's not worth it.
You just slice them on the belly, and all the shit comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just like that. That's it, just like that. Yeah, and then you're eating it. It's as simple as that, Neil.
Well, you got to cook it. Stick it on a fire.
You have sushi.
Yeah, I prefer cooked fish.
So, yeah, I mean, did a little bit of fishing, sat around the campfire for most of the pretty much the rest of the time.
It was the only way he kept warm.
In the lake and like swim after the fish.
No, he didn't go in the lake. I don't know why, but I didn't encourage. I think if I'd thrown a stick in there, he would have gone in there. But again, it was like, private. I didn't really want to. I'm sure it would have been fine, but then again, I didn't need a wet dog, right? That didn't help me out.
No, yeah.
No, it was already cold and damp.
Yeah, and he was my hot water bottle, right? Yeah. So, and then I woke up on the Sunday and got out of there like 6 a.m. I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." Right? So let's go. I was home by 8 a.m.
Honestly, I got to a point where I've been like, I'm going to fucking sleep in the Range Rover. I put the heater on.
Oh man, it was cold. It was cold. I did have a chill actually by the time I got back. It caught me by surprise how cold it was. But that's bizarrely what we've had. The weather's just taken a shit turn. But anyway, it's nice to get away. It wasn't too expensive.
Bizarrely nice weather for a good couple of weeks. It's been occasional cloudy days, but it's been really quite nice for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been.
Might rain tonight though. So
yes, notice of rain.
Dave, you have nothing on your list.
Literally nothing. I got back to the gym, and yeah, I'm aching now.
Good ache. Does it feel good to be aching?
Is it a burn?
Not good.
It's I can tell I haven't been to the gym for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I was so I've got 90 days, less than 90 days until I go on holiday now. The countdown has begun. The proper
Turn yourself
countdown.
into Arnie.
Isle of
Arnie
Wight,
Schwarzenegger.
right?
No, I went Isle of Wight. That was a couple of weekends ago. Mexico.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
Mexico. You going to Mexico?
I'm going Mexico.
Are you going resort?
Yeah, just south of Cancun, Maya Riviera or something like that.
Oh, nice. We were considering that this year. We bailed.
Is that one of those places you don't leave the resort?
Pretty much. Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
allowed-
we will do.
They don't recommend you do, sort of thing, or
yeah,
no,
you'll probably be fine.
is it?
It's
I don't know.
it's
They don't fuck with the tourists.
No, that in that province, it's all armed guards everywhere and checkpoints and everything. But no, yeah, we're gonna have a few days out. We're hopefully gonna have a night out in Cancun on one of the nights as well. Go out with the missus. I know, rent some films or something and put but because I'm going with Bella, my daughter, so she'll be 15. So she's already
leaving
been
her alone at a resort. Yep, while you and your wife. What could
yeah.
possibly go wrong?
Well, that's it. Like, but yeah, as I was saying, get some film, rent her some films out or something. Tell her not to leave. But yeah, so it's less than 90 days now. So now I'm like in full panic mode of I need to proper get rid of my belly. This doesn't help.
Mate, you're going to see some bellies out there.
Yeah, don't worry
I
about
know,
that. You vain old bastard.
But also so I can eat as much as I want when I want. With
You're going to keep going. You can go to the gym while you're on holiday.
Mate, that's why you need the belly. The belly helps you do that.
It is quite sad that me and both the me and the missus went, "Oh, the gym looks nice." When we're looking through the things, like, God, we're old. We're sad. But no. Yeah, like we haven't been on a summer, like a by the pool beach holiday for such a long time. I literally haven't got any like decent swimming shorts.
Yeah.
Or hot weather gear, really.
I just need a couple more years just to get rid of my children, and then I can go on one of those holidays with my wife. I just don't want to pay for them. I don't want to pay for the kids.
Well, I don't have to.
No.
You can do that now.
Yeah.
A couple more years.
Yeah, not yet. No, my daughter would absolutely insist on coming.
Right.
So I mean, a couple more years they will do everything but want. They'll be like, no, I don't want to come with you. I don't want to go on holiday with you.
They're already doing this. They're already like we're already at the point where my son doesn't care. He doesn't want to come with us.
Right.
My daughter's 50-50 depending on what the
location. Depends where you're going.
Yeah.
She's not coming to the cold shack with you, no?
No. I offered. My son said he would have if he could, but he was already booked. So
he's booked doing fuck all.
Playing FIFA.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure your passports are in order.
Yeah, that's all done. That's all sorted. Yeah, I've got a big checklist to go through, and I've got all the shopping to do and everything. But yeah, mainly just adding things to my Amazon wish list, really. Just stupid things like
mosquito repellent
shoes. Mosquito repellent. I have
Mozzie
to get...
milk. Do you do Mozzie milk? You heard of that?
Never heard of it.
Mosquito milk. It's like a roll-on, like a deodorant roll-on, but it's quite good, that one. Oh, we've had good
results. Some fucking hardcore chemicals in it.
You just roll it. You do like a bit round where obviously like your skin's exposed. And that's been quite good.
I think they do get mozzies in Mosquito and Mexico pretty
it's
bad.
It's hot. So. They're probably going to have mosquitoes. That's why I work it out.
But yeah, just bits and bobs really. But just worrying about that and getting everything together. I got all the suitcases down, like old crusty suitcases, make sure they weren't moldy or anything. And then looking at them going, we kind of need a new suitcase, at least one. So I've been looking into that and stuff. But yeah. So why are suitcases so expensive?
Everything's expensive.
Like honestly, a decent hard case suitcase, 120 quid.
Well, hopefully
that's not expensive.
You won't have to keep buying new ones if you get a good one.
Is it?
I think it's expensive for a bit.
Well, I don't know. 100 quid's not a lot of money these days.
I don't know. I think with a suitcase, you got to spend the money.
Yeah.
So I've always, I mean, not always, but certainly for like the last 20 something odd years, I mean, I'm always buying basically Samsonites if I can get them.
Well, the idea was if you buy something like that, you don't have to keep buying.
They do eventually die, but Samsonites, I've never had an issue with them. I remember a friend of mine, he cheaped out on a suitcase, and he said he went to the airport and he's pulling it along. So it's a suitcase and it's got the rubber wheels, right? And he's pulling it along, and one of the wheels got stuck. And as he pulled it, it basically melted as it was frictioned against the ground. So the wheels were fucked and he couldn't pull the suitcase anymore.
Oh, no.
So he was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So he lowers the handle, whatever, puts it on his side and grabs, it's got a carry handle. And he goes, oh, for fuck's sake. So he grabs the carry handle, goes to pick it up, and the carry handle just snapped off in his hand.
Is that for fuck's sake?
Don't cheap out on your suitcase. He got double whammied. I love it.
Brilliant.
I love that story. All right, so you're going on holiday. Anything else?
Going on holiday? No, that's it.
You're the best. You're filling in with stuff you're doing 3 months from now. Okay, good.
Just work. I'd say I went to work trip yesterday.
For the lunch.
All right, don't feel obliged. You don't have to fill in this section with shit if you don't like. It's okay. It's okay. We can move on to Neil, who's given us what he's been up to. Is some sort of link.
I'm not doing this. My wife is tonight doing a quiz.
Right. Are you out with the begging bowl now for us?
I'm going to put this, I guess, in the Discord, maybe some other places. But yeah, it's a charity quiz for brain tumor research. Because one of our friends passed away in the last couple of years with a brain tumor, which sucks.
Sorry to hear that. Yes, of course.
So, if you feel like you've got some money to spare, maybe it's a good cause, because it just comes out of nowhere usually, and there's no, in this case, there was no cure. And I think it's quite common that generally it's quite bad to get brain tumours. So it would be good if people did some research and found out why they happen, and maybe if we can stop them happening. So I will put a link somewhere with the link for donations.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. That's cheered us up no end.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your friend. Anyway. So if you can give to that and help out, great. Neil will post the link in the Discord. It's sad. I know a guy behind me, he had I used to see him out and about walking. He was like, yeah, I've been diagnosed with a brain tumor. And then guess what? I don't see him out and about walking anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive.
And he left behind a couple of kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Very sad. All right. Anything else?
I've done not a lot, really. I've done nothing. Like I say, I watched Mission Impossible earlier on in the week.
All right, now we're just rehashing old stuff.
I don't remember anything else I've done this week.
Okay, let's move on then to what we've been playing.
Yes.
Oh my God, Neil's. Oh, he's DLC.
There's lots of long names. It looks like.
No, I just see that. I was like, you're going back, but I see you DLC. Do you want to start?
Yeah, can do. It looks like you haven't played anything. Spoilers.
No, I wanted to play one of the games that you've played, but I just couldn't get an opening to play it.
Ooh. Right. Well,
I'm looking forward to hearing what you say about it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know which one you're talking about. Well, I guess I do. I have played more Blueprints, just as an aside. But I'm not sure I've actually found anything new this week that I hadn't talked about before. So I am still chipping away at the extra bits and bobs. But yeah, Rise of the Golden Idol, which I talked about a few times, had another DLC launch recently called the Lemurian Phoenix. That was easy for me to say.
I was going to say easy for you to say,
yeah. And it's more Rise of the Golden Idol. It's been a while since I played one of these, and because it's DLC, it kind of just picks up at the sort of level that you finish the game at, which is quite tricky. So it's a bit like, it's been quite tricky. and I've been struggling a bit, but like taking a long time to solve the puzzles and get them 100%. Like the thing is, you fill out, you get a load of words, click on the scene, read whatever's been happening, and then you have to fill out multiple things, like match people's pictures to names and all that sort of stuff. And then once you've done that, I'll unlock another little thing for you to do. And then the final thing that lets you move on is like what's like the event. It's called events usually. And there might be one or two depending on the scene. And once you've solved that, you can move on to the next thing. But so you fill out all the blanks, and either it tells you, well done, you've done everything correct. Or in quite a lot of the cases recently, it says red, incorrect. And like, oh, fuck. If you get to the point where there's 2 or fewer incorrect, it tells you that. So you might only have 3 wrong when it says incorrect. Or you could have all of them wrong. So it only starts to give you hints when you get down to 2 or less that you've got wrong. Yeah, it's been a bit, but like I did the first one, I was like, yeah, that's easy, yeah, okay, know what's going on. And the second one, I was like, I think I know what's going on, and I filled it all out. But then what they do is they're quite cheeky, because obviously there's a whole load of a passage of words, and then there's the blanks. So there's multiple blanks that will fit and make sense if you put them in. So it's like it's a bit tricky sometimes. Like you think what you've put in makes sense to read as a passage, and it is technically correct as what happened, but it might not be specifically what they're after. And you're like, oh. And there's a hint system in there, and like sometimes it's like gives you 3 levels of hint. I think I've talked about this before, but like the first hint is like, think about this, and you're like, yeah, I've thought about that. And then the second one's like, think about this, and like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've thought about that too. And then the third hint's like, well, what about this? And like, yeah, pretty sure I've thought about that too, and I'm still getting it wrong. So it's a little bit. Sometimes it's like, fucking hell, what am I missing here? And then I have resorted to looking for the answer once. And I looked at it, and I was like,
what?
I don't know if I'd ever. When you read it, you're like, well, yeah, I guess I could have worked that out eventually, but I'd have been sat there for another fuck knows how long trying to work that bit out. But so I've only done that once, and that was early. I think it was like I was thinking I was a bit rusty at that level, because it's like
you're allowing yourself one.
It's very subtle, the clues they give you sometimes that they're after as the main answer. So it's just like something that's almost mentioned in passing early on in the scene, that you might think, it's fairly irrelevant. You might not, and then you're like, that's the key. Like I say, when you put a load of stuff
in there by accident.
You put stuff in, and it all is reflective of what's actually happened in front of you, but it's not the correct answer. You're like, well, what else could it be? Yeah. It could be a lot of different things, and you're like, switch this one, switch that one, and then you're like, So it's hard. It's hard because I'm out of practice of like the game. So yeah,
maybe you're just having a senior moment.
Well, it could be. I'm getting older, and then my brain doesn't work as well. So, but that's why I play these games, to try and keep my brain working. So, I guess it's not working.
I think there's a lot to be said for that.
But yeah, this is why there's one of the reasons I like these games, and like things like blueprints. It's like things that keep your brain ticking.
Yep.
And because I don't get much of that at work. Again? This is Rise of the Golden Idol, the Lemurian Phoenix DLC. I paid for the detective pass, so there's 2 more to come after this.
Right.
But like they're quite substantial bits of DLC. So I feel like it was not much more money to get the full thing. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, but it's been quite hard to get back in after not playing it for some time. It's like it's one of those like, it'd be a lot easier if I just like played through the whole game again and then played the DLC, because I've been like gradually build up to what they're after. But yeah, going back in at the high levels, it's like, oof. So, but yeah, it's good.
Have you got to have completed the original game?
I don't technically think you have to have completed the original game, the full game, but that, like I say, it would be beneficial. Like the story's fun. to play through, and like it's interesting. It's like a good story, and the puzzles that go along with it are brain teasers, fun in a way, till they're not when you can't work it out.
Yeah, I've still got to go back to it. I never finished it.
Yeah, but yeah, I like it. I like these games. So, like I say, 2 more DLCs to come. I haven't finished this one yet. There's a couple, 2 or 3 more scenes to do on this DLC. But yeah, it's a good 5 or 6 scenes to puzzle through.
Dave, you and Neil both share one of the games. Do you want to talk about your other one first?
Doom.
Oh, you want to talk about that one
We'll talk
first?
about that one now then.
The Dark Ages. Yeah, it's alright.
It's all right.
It's Doom. It's
more
Doom.
Doom.
It's lots of Doom.
It's a bit simpler than the last one.
One of my friends at work said he had to speed the game speed up because he felt it was a bit slow. I was like, really? I don't really find that.
Is he like listening podcasts on at 2 speed?
I don't know, maybe.
Like,
I don't feel like that's a problem.
No.
How far? How many chapters have you done?
3.
Okay, I haven't started the 3rd chapter yet. I've literally played 1 chapter. The last 1 chapter a week I've managed so far.
Okay, I smashed through 2 in one day, and then the 3rd the other day.
Well, at the end of chapter 2, there's a cutscene. I'm like, ooh, that looks like that could be fun. I don't know if that happens in chapter 3, but I'm guessing that's what chapter 3 is.
Yeah, it's all right. I completely forgot it was all about the sort of secret areas and hidden bits and the collectibles.
At the end of the mission, it tells you how many things you've missed. And bollocks.
The first chapter, I literally didn't collect anything. I was like, okay, well, I guess there's all that I missed. Second one, I did turn it into, let me just check, like look over here and look up, make sure there's not a hidden like ledge or.
There was one I found on the 2nd level. Where it was quite obvious. I thought it was a point where in the map, and I'm like, you looked up, and I'm like, oh look, there's a thing that you can clamber up there. That you have to climb on some boxes to get to.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't. And I think I did. I can't remember. It's not many. If there's loads of other secrets still, I was like, fucking hell. I thought I was having quite a good look around. And I didn't clock anything else.
Yeah, I got 93% on the 2nd one. So
I did not.
Yeah.
Do they show you afterwards? Do they show you how do you get everything revealed on the map? There's a way that, or do they do that later?
So you can look at the map, but I don't really look at the map much. To be honest,
I haven't found myself looking at the map very often.
You're pretty much funneled in a direction through sort of on-floor collectibles and sort of signposting where to go. But yeah, like if you looked at the map more, which I don't do, I think it'd be pretty obvious. But it's like when you're signposted in a specific direction, you're like, let's don't follow these like armor bits on the floor. Let's just look over here a bit. Pardon me. So yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not 100% on it yet. Actually, I like it, I enjoy it, but it's not something that I don't think I'll play too much more of.
How did you get on with the Doom in 2016?
2016, I like that one. The couple of
Eternal.
2nd one.
Eternal. Yeah, I did get.
Most of us were a bit cool on Eternal, though, weren't we?
Yeah, I think they still have the same like finish enemies off, and if you defeat enemies in a certain way, you get extra ammo and more health.
What difficulty are you playing?
Can you remember? The second one.
Oh, is that not the baby one?
It's not the baby one. It's the one up from that one. This is for experienced gamers, but who I'm
playing Ultraviolence, I think it's called.
Why?
Which is like level 4, I think.
Yeah, I just
because he's fucking hardcore, Dave.
Because it's fucking Doom, isn't it? It's supposed to be fucking hard. There's these things called life sigils that you pick up.
Yes. Yeah.
Which allow you to respawn when you die. I used all my life sigils in chapter 2. It's like, fuck. So every time I die now, I have to reload the checkpoint. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
bollocks.
There's a few points where I'm getting close, But yeah, yeah. Are you playing it with keyboard and mouse? Or are
Mouse,
you,
keyboard, yeah. I know some
Yeah,
stuff that
no.
happens later in the game because, like, I've heard people talk about it on
Right.
podcasts. And like, there's a thing that I'm looking forward to doing. I think, like I say, I feel like I don't know if it is definitely chapter 3, but it feels like they were signposting something for chapter 3 that was a little bit different in
Right.
terms of you were moving around slightly differently, maybe.
Yes.
On
I
a
know what you mean.
bigger scale, potentially,
Yes.
than maybe you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did like there's a sequence where you man a
At the
place.
end of chapter 1, you like just get on a
Yeah.
fucking turret and just
That's it.
murder
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
hordes and hordes of like demons and
That's
shoot
pretty
a
cool.
fucking gigantic Titanic demon
Yeah.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got some good set pieces so far.
It does.
I'm only chapter 2, so I just haven't had
Enjoying it.
time.
No.
To really get.
Let's say-
I keep forgetting the mechanics as well because I haven't been playing it solidly. I was like, how do you do that thing where you throw the shield at things? I couldn't remember the button to press, and it was R.
It's right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going around like smashing F, but F isn't like pickup or anything. It's like I don't think it's a button to do
Yeah.
anything. But I'm like
I don't know what F does.
nothing. No, it's just like
Are
right.
you
What?
playing-
F for fuck all.
Yeah.
Are you playing mouse and keyboard as well, Dave?
Yeah, I am indeed.
Right.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
on
I
Game
feel
Pass.
like mouse and keyboard is the
Yeah.
way to play Doom on a PC, isn't
Yeah.
it? You wouldn't want to play on a controller. It's weird.
No, I did. I downloaded it on the PC. I actually booted it up on the online
Cloud.
play, on the cloud one, and that makes you use the controller.
Because it's running the Xbox version, basically. Probably.
Yeah. Nah, I'll download it. So I downloaded it. Mouse and keyboard.
What's your graphics settings set to? Do you know?
Everything.
What?
Just everything. Everything high.
Everything's
everything.
on. Yeah, mine's on low. On a 3080.
Why?
Don't
What?
know. I just set everything to low. I was like, really?
Oh, mate, that's not helped you with your
By
graphics card.
trying not to buy a new graphics card.
Yeah. Yeah. No, look, everything was on.
You're not running
high or
1080
ultra.
though, are you, Neil? You're running.
Oh, 40, yeah, Dave's the same, 40 and 40.
Yeah, you're running 1440.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was like, oof.
Still looks good though.
It looks good on low, to be fair. I think it's because it's running some ray tracing. That
Right. Yeah, my graphic card doesn't do ray tracing, so.
it does some sort of ray tracing.
But it's not. This does its version of ray tracing.
But yeah, anyway, I like it. I like the new stuff. I like the shield. Shield's fun. The things that it allows you to do, but it's remembering. Get into the flow.
Remember, you've got it.
The flow state of
it's got an upgrade system.
Do
and
this.
You've got to
fucking press the button to make it the shield stick in someone, so it parries them and sticks them into place, so I can shoot the fucking loads of bullets in them without them hurting me and all that sort of shit. Don't get too close to this one because he's going to fuck you up and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, there's lots of enemy types early on already. Feels like.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and a lot of I've encountered 2 different mounted units, so you got to knock the guys off the mounts, and then you I don't know, murder the poor creatures that were that were mounted to as well.
They're quite violent, to be fair. They're quite. It's not like they're docile once you've killed the rider. They still come after you and want to fucking murder you.
Yeah, but they didn't really ask for it, did they? They were like brought into.
They look quite demonic. I don't know. I feel like they may have been bred to murder non-demons.
Right. So yeah, I'll probably play a little bit more. I probably won't finish this one though, because I think my appetite for these kind of games is quite low.
Too busy playing silly games like fucking.
Too busy playing silly games.
Dungeon Crawler.
Don't take that from him, Dave.
I don't mind. I don't mind playing my Dave games.
Yeah,
I'm quite proud.
Got a fucking new idle game on the go, have you?
No, not at the moment.
There's a lot of Stellaris activity going on right now.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
There's been an update. Yes, there's been an update.
I know
It's
they
been a big
nearly.
update.
I think our crew have started up a new game or whatever. I think they were tempting Stan to come in and play, but he couldn't, so he's going to try and jump in on the next game. But,
right.
So.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. No. So Doom, we'll probably see a bit more from Neil, maybe some more from Dave. We're not sure.
I'm definitely going to keep playing that. Although I've only got about a week to play it. Actually, I need to smash Doom in the next week.
Why? Game Pass running out?
No. New game come out in a week.
Elden Ring coming out?
Yeah. Elden Ring Night Rain comes out in a week.
Elden Ring is the hard stop for Neil. Yeah, I should have thought before I said anything. One, you wouldn't be giving up Game Pass.
No.
We might be getting some more videos from Neil then.
Oh, it's weird though. It's a multiplayer game, isn't it? It's free. I need other people to buy it. I ordered it from Bandai Namco direct.
What do we do if we were to play it with you? What do we do?
Go and just kill everything.
We go on adventures.
Yeah, it's PvE only, obviously, but you get 3 days, 45-minute events. Basically, every game's a maximum of 45 minutes, and every 15 minutes is a day, and you have a mini boss at the end of day 1 and a mini boss at the end of day 2, and the big boss at the end of day 3.
Right.
And then you just murder a load of minions on the way there to try and level up, so that when you get to the end of the 3rd day, you've got some guns to fucking take him on. Not actual guns, like shooting guns, but guns
in general. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, we'll have to see how that goes. See who you can convince.
I'll just be playing with randos, and it'll be probably
You won't be playing with
fun.
randos. You know, I could see Sarah. Is Sarah an Elden Ring player?
Maybe.
Sarah's quite good for buying into some stuff when you need someone reliable.
It's not mega expensive. I know. It's only like 40 quid maybe for that. It's not a full price AAA game. Put it that way. It might only be 30 quid. I can't remember. I've got a deluxe edition.
Matt won't buy in. I won't buy in.
Matt could buy it. Matt could buy it.
He's not Elden Ring player.
He wanted to play Elden Ring, but he didn't have a PC capable, and now he's just a pussy.
So. You know my road to entry is, don't you? I need somebody to buy it who I'm console
Your
Steam family
son is going to buy it, surely.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Anyway.
All right. Okay, Dave, do you want to talk us through your other game, and then I want to hear what Neil's got to say about his. Not that I don't want to hear about what you got to say about yours, but. So don't take that to
heart. Cash cleaning simulator.
Oh jeez. Right, Neil, go.
I watched Dave play Cash Cleaner Simulator.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a laundering money joke in there somewhere, isn't there? There has to be.
Well, it is about laundering money. That is the game.
It is about laundering money. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
But basically, it's an indie game. It's a small game. But you basically wake up in a room and money gets sent down a chute and says sort this out, and then but only legitimate bills send back to me on a conveyor belt, and it starts from there. And you've got a mobile phone, and there's various people texting you, and you can choose your jobs, and you get sent money, and you sort it through various ways, and then you get different currencies of money, and money's marked in different ways, and you've got a UV light, and you can sort it that way. It's all about that. There's quite a lot of story. It
sounds like, again, one of these games, somebody has just taken something that's probably quite mundane and managed to shoehorn it into a game or something.
Is there suddenly this weird side game where you start opening an arcade in the back room?
Yeah. There's things you unlock, parts of the level, parts of the place that you unlock, and there's secret bits and areas, and it's very small. Like the actual map itself is very small. It's like, I don't know, 100 square meters, if not less. And it's very basic.
What was
but
what was the fucking card game simulator you were playing?
Oh, TCG simulator.
TCG simulator. Is it a bit like that, but like with cash now?
I would say it's to me that's what it sounds like. Like it's the same as that sort of. What was the one with the laundromat and the arcade?
That's not like Arcade Paradise, is it? Because that's actually got games in it.
Yeah, but they're not a big part of that, though. It's still busy work.
Yeah, it's all a bit like that. It's definitely
it's
the
this
same
busy
engine,
work
like,
stuff like Power Wash Simulator or whatever,
yeah.
right? It's like
I just play it watching YouTube videos, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just brain dead stuff, isn't it?
But there is actually some proper story stuff in there as well, and that is quite interesting. But yeah, it's just a fun little game to play.
How did this get on your radar?
I've got
it's on his fucking. This Dave plays nothing but games like this. He knows. Steam knows that to feed this stuff to Dave.
Steam gets pitched to games from developers, and they go, "Yeah, we got a market for this." Under Dave, the algorithm knows where to send it.
Yeah, because surprisingly enough, nobody in my friends list has got it, or like,
that's weird.
Yeah, like I know.
It's just Dave.
Or like, yeah. It's just I don't know.
Relaxing, is it? Would you call it relaxing?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think it's just one of my like just chill games where
I see it and I understand it and I don't. No, I understand it, but I don't get it. I suppose is one of the things. Like I can understand that if I played this, if it hit me, the moment hit me right, a game like this, I could lose myself in it. I'm looking at it now, going, if it was a little bit cheaper, maybe I'd buy it. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It's a fun little game. I enjoy it. I say I'm not like 100% like always on it. So I'm watching like Netflix or YouTube or something. But like I like the busy work. I like just sort of switching off it in the night, putting an hour or two in this. I'll probably complete it soon enough.
It's not early access or anything, is it?
No.
It's out.
It might be. I'm gonna say, let's have a look.
I'm gonna update it.
Say it.
Sorry. 1.0.2. Yeah, it's not an early access. Yeah. Just a fun little game. It's not expensive. What was it? I got it on 10% off, so I paid about £10 for it. So yeah. And what have I put in? I put in 10 hours.
There you go.
Pound an hour.
Yeah. That's what I get paid at work.
Yeah. So that's all I've been pretty much playing this week.
I bought Wreckfest 2 as well. I forgot about that. I bought Wreckfest 2. I played it for about half an hour, maybe, earlier.
Ooh.
Crashed. Eventually crashed trying to get into a multiplayer lobby.
Oh, right.
But I played a couple of quick single players. Definitely a bit of an upgrade on the old Wreckfest 1. Visually, I haven't played
single player of it. Is it good?
Well, I finished as like first race. I think I finished 15th. But I put it to very hard on the assists because it was basically no ABS, no whatever, and manual gears. I was like, I want manual gears. That was the first option to have manual gears was very hard. And I was like, is there anything harder than that? No. It's literally no. So I was like, okay, I want manual gears. But when I was playing it, I was like on the start line, I was like, pressed X to change gear. I was like, oh, well, that's not working. What the fuck is change gears? R1 and L1 was to change gear. I was like, no. We don't put fucking change gear on the bumper buttons. So I had to go and change the bindings.
Bit of remapping.
Remap to the old to X and square to change gears. And came 17th in the next single player. But did even worse. But I was playing the scrapyard where there's like sort of there's a crossover where you'll generally get absolutely fucking shafted. And your car gets completely mangled.
If you go back,
Well, yeah, that's generally where I am. The second race started all right. I was like, it was all right. It was holding a pretty good frame. I was quite impressed. Like we were in a big bunch of like 20 odd cars going around and much better rendered track than Wreckfest 1. And it was still well over 100 FPS. I was like, oh, this is good. And then I crashed. So then I ended up quite a long way behind and couldn't catch up. Then I got my car was half the size, I think, by the time I finished when I started the race. So the deformation and all that shit is pretty mental. Yeah.
What made you pick that up?
Well, it was cheap. It was like
okay.
15% off or something. It was 21 quid. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy this game. I've got Wreckfest 1. I had Wreckfest 1 for it. I haven't put as many hours as Dave has. Dave's like obsessed with it. But I'm like, when this game is finished, I will play it more. But I will play it while it's getting developed. They'd added a load more tracks and new cars. So it had an update. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll buy it now.
When was the last time you played, Dave?
This week.
A couple of days ago. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got it there ready to go now. I'll just chip in away every now and again. Once it gets an update, maybe I'll play it again. I'll play it maybe a few more times while it's in its current state. But I couldn't get into a multiplayer game.
Right.
I got into a lobby that I was spectating, and I waited and waited. I said I'd read it up, and and then when Grace started, I was still spectating. I was like, "What the fuck? I've just been waiting for about 10 minutes for fucking get into this race."
Yeah.
So there's that shit. But and then the next time, like I say, I was like, "Oh, I'm not a spectator now. I'm ready to go," and then it crashed. I was like, so yeah, it's not finished, but visually or aurally. Is that what you say for audio? I don't know what the fuck it is. Like
orally? No.
Well, it's not oral, is it? It's like I don't know.
The sound design.
Audio, yeah, it's definitely a big step up from the first game.
Yeah, it does feel weightier.
It was quite difficult to get that car. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. It just defaulted to one car. I can't remember whatever it was. And it was pretty slippery. Quite rear end happy. So
yeah,
it was fun though. It looks like it's got a lot of potential.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. What about
my last game?
Yeah.
Deliver at All Costs came out, and conveniently,
price was right.
Was free on Epic Game Store.
Yeah. Is it still free right now?
Yeah, it's literally free until Thursday next week. So if you're listening to this on the 23rd of May, or before the
so is this a new game?
28th, yeah, it literally came out and straight onto Epic. It's
Oh,
been a while since Epic have dropped a new game, I think, on a freebie.
Right. Yeah, but the window for it's very short. It's not like
it's only a week. So yes,
I watched the video on this. I was like, "What is this?" And then I watched the video of it, and I went, "Eh." And then I got more into the video. And I went, "Yes, I think I need to play this."
Well, it's like say the price is right. Just fucking claim it, and you've got it. Don't forget to not claim it.
So I've actually installed it. I just haven't had a chance to play it yet.
So I've not played loads. I've played probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It's quite a lot of story actually. Surprisingly large amount of story. Because you play this guy called, I want to say Winston. Winston Green is his name. So you play this guy, and he's obviously something in his past that you don't really know about. It doesn't tell you about. It's quite a bit of an intro to the game, and you're looking for work in this town on an island called Saint Monique. I was like, Saint Monique? But yeah.
Surely not yet.
Anyway. It's so you play this guy and he's looking for work. He sees an advert in the paper for this delivery company. So you go off to see this guy, Harold, who's the boss of this company. He's a bit of a local sort of entrepreneur type guy, quite well known around this island. And when you get there, it turns out that the radio that you heard the advert on, it's set in 1959, not late 50s. So all the music's old.
I like that
50s.
aesthetic.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's like
it reminded me of
Fallout-y.
It reminded me of that
pre-apocalypse Fallout.
That Tower of Monsters game I've played as well. Did you ever
Oh
play
yeah,
that
yeah,
one?
yeah. Deadly Tower Monsters. Yeah,
Deadly Tower
yeah.
Monsters, yeah.
I didn't play it, but I know what you mean.
That vibe, yeah.
Yeah. So all of, like the music's proper. Like I can't remember what they were singing, but it was full on 50s music. And all like black and white TV and all that sort of stuff. Everyone reads the paper still because they didn't have phones. And yeah, so when it turns out when you get there that the radio should have stopped playing this ad because like Harold's like the dad, and then his son is also he's like the super clued up business guy. He's like, we don't have any fucking jobs, mate. But Harold is like, oh, well, you've come here now, and I feel like we should give you a chance. So he gets you to go out and deliver some shit. So you get in your car, your truck, you give you a truck. He's like, says, go and see so-and-so, and you have to walk around a warehouse with some guy. He gives you a little spiel. And he's like, well, the truck's outside, off you go. So you go out the front door, get in your truck. And it just keeps telling you where to go, basically. It's like, there's arrows on the road. It's like a sort of isometric view that you're looking at. You can choose before what like in the tutorial, it will let you drive a car, and it says like you can sort of use R2 and L2 to like accelerate brake kind of thing, and it will like you can steer left and right like relative to whichever way the car's pointing. You'll just steer left and right sort of thing, or you can use the alternative is to like point the joystick where you want it to go. Or like in relative to the screen. I think I didn't do that one. I'm just going to drive a car like I drive a car. And then so you go off. Once you've seen the guys, you go off. You pick your pickup truck, and it tells you there's like a narration going on. It tells you go off to this place, and there's like a mini map, and there'll be like a little symbol telling you roughly where to go. But as you drive around the town, there's these arrows pointing up along the road for you to follow. So it's all very quite good. And obviously it's not GTA or anything like that, but if, for example, you clonk a pedestrian while you're driving around, which is it's a little bit janky when you're driving. Like when you drive, it's a little bit on the janky side, so it's quite easy to fuck up and crash into cars and knock down fucking lampposts and shit like that. And apparently, if you do enough damage, the fucking police come after you. I haven't had that happen yet. But what has happened, I was like, the first job you have is to go and pick up some fireworks and take them to somewhere else.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. What could possibly go wrong? So you finally get to this place, you have to get out of the car, walk over to the big crate of fireworks, pick them up, walk to the back of the pickup truck and chuck them on the back of the truck and then get in the car. As soon as you fucking load them up, they start fucking firing off. Flying these fireworks everywhere. So you're driving around town and there's fireworks flying everywhere. And then all of a sudden, like, you can hear these pedestrians, hey, what the fuck are you doing? They'll start yelling at you, and then fucking like you can see like pedestrians with like red angry faces, like emojis above their heads. I'm fucking running after you. And like if you're like happen to be walking around, I'm like, they just kept like knocking you over, like punching to the floor. I was like, what the fuck's going on? How do I do stop this? And you can shove them back before they get you. So like you can like when you, I guess later in the game that becomes a bit more important. Like you obviously may be doing things that are slightly more illegal. I don't know. And yeah, so you obviously need to keep people off your case. So yeah, anyway, you finally deliver the fireworks. And then it's like, get another mission. And the next mission was you meet some shady guy who's trying to sell some manky watermelons to some woman at a cafe. So the next thing you have to do is, like, it tells you back up the truck in a certain spot. It shows you that, like, a sort of ghost image where you're supposed to park the truck. So you back it up, then you have to get out of the car, walk up some crates, push the big crate of manky watermelons onto the back of your pickup truck. Then you get back in your car and off you drive. And then you have to go to some place. There's some like white wheeler dealer guy. He gets in the van with you and he's chatting away to you like, "What are you driving around?" And so he's like, "We'll go over to see my mate blow up so and so, and he's going to do us a favour." And like you drive to him, and you park. Then you have to park the truck up, and then you get out of the car. You have a little climb up some ladders, whatever, and you pull this lever, and it washes all the watermelons, so it gets all this shit off them. Then you have to drive somewhere else because they still look a bit shit. And basically, they sort of spray paint the watermelons like watermelon colour. But like the guy gets out and distracts the guy while you're doing something else, and then you get back in the truck and then you drive back to the woman who were trying to initially sell. She's like, "Oh, these watermelons look great, blah blah blah. Here's loads of money." But yeah, like I say, it's like the sort of chaos that can happen like you going off doing all these jobs, and like I was like, right, well, I'm going to try and be really fucking careful here, because what happens when you got the watermelons in the back of your truck? It's all physicsy. So like you get a thing and it says like 60 out of 20 watermelons in your truck. So obviously you've got to get a minimum of 20 watermelons back in good shape to finish the quest properly. And so like if you go around a corner a bit too quick, like a few watermelons fly off the back of the truck and like splat everywhere on the road, and you're like, oh, it went a bit too quick there, and you like see like 3 or 4 watermelons go off your list. And like if you like twat it into a fucking another car or something, then a load of more watermelons will fly over. It's a bit like a Grand Theft Auto mission. It felt like it was like I've got to like be really. It's like try not to be too fucking quick. Like, and when you go downhill, the car wants to run away. Like, and so you like pulling the brake to try and stop it racing away down the hill. And I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going to play this quite a bit. It's quite good.
Oh, that's good.
Because like the driving bit's fun. Like I say, it's a little bit on the wob. Like it's way too easy to just fuck it up and stack it big time. But I've literally done 2 sort of basically tutorial missions. And there's things like there's a lot of like you can traverse the world on foot. There's like secret areas to go, and if you find a crate with a yellow cross on it, you kick it and you get a load of cash. You're trying to get money, but there's obviously like when you have to go back to your apartment at the end of every day, go to sleep and all that, change clothes, all that bullshit. Busy work. Davey might like it. And then you get up in the next morning, you have to fucking get dressed, blah blah blah. And there's another guy that turns up the next day. But there's like, as you look around your apartment, there's all this like formula shit on the chalkboard or whatever. Like you're obviously some clever guy, an engineer. So there's something going on. You got a little model rocket. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did see that.
There's a little model rocket on the table, and this guy turns up and he touches it and you go, don't touch it, and it fucking zooms off through the roof. It's like that's a legit rocket or something. So you're obviously a clever guy. There's people like the son of the delivery company sort of says, where are you from again, blah blah blah, and you sort of say, oh, I'm so and so. It's like, where is it from then? He's like quizzing you about where you're from. It's almost like he sort of might recognise you and all this sort of stuff. So there's something going on in the story. And I'm like, this is actually it's got me in, it's hooked me in. So I'll be like seeing where this goes. And like I say, there's a good, like I say, the story stuff's good, interesting, what's going on, bit of a mystery going on, and the action of driving the cars and all that sort of stuff. It's like it's got that perfect mix of like a little bit of jank, and you're trying to be really. It's like not quap. It's like quap where you have to like try. It's like a left, like you have to move. It's not like that, but it's that kind of vibe where you're like, I've got to be really fucking. I've got to think about what I'm fucking doing and not fuck things up. Well, I can't just like pelt it around everywhere in the car and smash everything up.
The ultimate level, I mean, you have games like Octodad or Co-op or whatever like that, which just throw that. And then the peak of that is Death Stranding, right? Where you're running around with this huge sort of like delivery thing. That's the thing.
Yeah. So you're, like I say, you're a delivery guy, so you've got to get your shit in a good state to wherever you've got to do it. Obviously, that's one of the sort of deciding factors of whether you complete a mission, I guess, or what. But there's all this other stuff like that's intriguing to me to make it interesting.
Well, so, hopefully, I'm going to get stuck into
for
that
free.
For free,
Can't
everyone.
Fucking complain.
Dave's got to be. He's purchased it already while we've been talking.
I've downloaded it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! There you go. See. Good.
So, yeah, I think it was on a Steam Next Fest demo, wasn't it? I think that was that's where it started building some buzz a while back, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, probably.
Clever. Yeah. I think from what I read, it's like 3 students or whatever. It was a school project or whatever.
Yeah, it's decent. Looks decent. I don't know if it looks like I say, it's sort of bird's eye view, I guess. It's not like GTA 1 and 2, where it was like full on plan view.
It's isometric, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 3D, and like I say, there's like you need to be concentrating when you're driving and stuff. Like you can't just hoof it around.
Right.
But what's the things when you're on free roam? Once you've done a mission, right? That's the thing. You do on a mission, it's like here you go, here's your cash. You can just fucking drive around and cause chaos like Grand Theft Auto style if you want, or you press up arrow on the D-pad because obviously this is a controller game. I'm not playing this with mouse and keyboard. And that requests your next mission. So you can just fucking drive around and explore the world in free roam, and then whenever you want, you just press up on the D-pad and it'll request the next mission. So far, anyway. So it's quite cool for free.
It's interesting how it's free on Epic and $30 on Steam.
Yeah. Well, if you feel like
I do want,
go on. I was going to say, if you feel like you need to support them any more than Epic have done, then you could buy it, I
guess. A game I do want that has recently come out that had a good demo is Roadcraft. That's come out.
Oh, that's the thing with the advert where the kids are playing with trucks and all of the trucks are actually moving at the same time they're playing with the trucks.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah, it's quite a good video. It's quite a good advert.
But yeah, that looks like a good game. But I think it's better with people.
Oh, is it a
multiplayer co-op? We could all go build some shit. I actually think that would be a laugh. Arnie would be all over that, wouldn't he?
Right.
Or maybe he wouldn't. Maybe it's too much like.
Yeah, maybe it's just his work.
That's his job.
It's too basic. It's too basic.
He'd be pulling out all the flaws.
Where's the maps in this game?
Yeah, they've laid the wrong hardcore down there. It should be grade B12, not B14.
Yeah, I'm looking at that game at the moment. We might have to sort something out.
Okay, well, I think that's a show then. It looks like somebody put in the show title that I was going to put in, Senior Moment, so thank you. All right, look, okay, Neil, who do we got to thank? Anyone in the...
Craxwood Lord in the chat said hello.
Lord,
among other things.
Thank you.
All right, and Dave, do you want to do your bit?
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Seal podcast. If you'd like to ask questions and get involved, please contact us on our web form, which is at sealpodcast.com. You can also contact us via email, which is at sealpodcast@gmail.com. To join us on a Discord server, a link is pinned on our social media sites. We have YouTube and Twitch channels, which we upload and stream to. Neil's done the shout-outs. That's it.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone, for joining us then. And until next week, we shall see you later.
Well,
thanks, guys. Bye.